We's on. I don't know. You guys hear me okay now? I'm not using the earbuds. I'm gonna see what kind of sound quality we get out of this. Just wondering, we sound all right?
Have a nap.
Oh. Don't drink this. Dar just handed it to me, said, here, try this out, see what it... This is frickin' terrible. Holy crap.
I like it. What are you talking about? It's so good.
Weekend chat. Sport and love from PA. Back at you. As you guys can see, I am not in Ottawa. I said I was going to Ottawa. We're gonna discuss that. Yeah, that's exactly what that looks like, eh? That is terrible. Don't drink that. We're actually gonna give that to Piper. See if she wants that.
Wait.
We're gonna stick with what we know, eh?
Let Michael know that she's okay.
Hey?
Michael wanted to know how the lady was that got run down by the horses. She's fine.
The lady that got run down to the horse, Mike, she's okay. She took some damage to her shoulder and her arm. But she's okay. She went into the hospital. She was released. It's good. Hey, Karen, how are you? Good to see you too. Yeah, like I can see you, but glad you're here. Hey, Zach. So let's get a few more in here because I've got something that I said the other night, and I'm embarrassed that I said it. Now I'm embarrassed that I said it. Yeah, she's here, Karen. Dar's right here. And what I did is I wrote something down, and I've got it right here, and I'm going to read it to you because it's just too long for me to say. But it's something that I said, and I'm rather embarrassed that I said it, and I want to make sure that you guys hear it. It's not, and don't get me wrong, it's not an apology, but it is something that I want to say. How you doing, Brad? You guys watching what's going on out today, though, eh? Like, I don't know if any of you guys, I'm sure you guys are, but I've been watching Ottawalks and specifically Ottawalks and Canadian Rambo. I've been watching both those guys back and forth all day today. It is incredible. A tire roaster, too. Thanks, Safari. Right. Again, fantastic coverage. Zot got arrested today, but he got released. So I think he's actually streaming right now. Aaron from Minnesota, glad you're here. Thanks for watching. Tanner got arrested. Yeah, well, Tamara's, okay, this is what I know. Tamara's still in jail. Freedom George, the guy that, like Pat's sidekick, he just got arrested, about an hour and a half ago. Is that his buddy, Zod? It's Zod's buddy? I thought it was Zod. I just quickly jumped on just before I came on here to take a look and see what's going on. But Freedom George got picked up an hour ago, and he's been charged with, about an hour and a half ago, he got charged with mischief. Yeah, and Ottawalks, Canadian Rambo and Zot and Tire Roaster are just killing it down there right now. Really good stuff. Really proud of these guys. I don't know any of them personally, never met any of them personally, but from what I can tell, they are doing a great job. Trudeau has really got nice eyelashes. Robert from Alberta. Peace, fellow babies. Dr. Johnny Fever on the spot. Hey, fellow babies. You didn't think I'd get that, eh? Tire Roaster got arrested, eh? When? This evening? This afternoon? I'm just curious. Yeah, I don't know. You want to do something about him? I got a dog sitting beside me whining because he ate his dinner and didn't get a treat. You want me to? Dar's going, go give him a treat. I'm not going to give him a treat. Go bugger off, Charlie. Anyway, we got about 200 in here, so I'm just going to quickly read this to you, okay? and this is I had to sit down and think about this today because I said something to you guys the other night. Somebody made a comment on here, and the comment was, I said the comment that you have to respect the police, and somebody said, no, you don't have to respect the police, and blah, blah, blah. And I was quite adamant because I have family in law enforcement and everything like that we respect. So either way, this is what I got to say to you, okay? And I'm just going to read this. I'm not going to look at the camera. I got to look over here to read this. And believe me, this is going to hurt me more than it hurts you. I am embarrassed and ashamed. I owe every single one of you that listened to my live the other night an apology. I used the phrase that you have to respect the police because they have a job to do. After watching what has happened in the last day and a half, I retract that statement. I am ashamed and embarrassed that I even thought for a minute that I needed to respect the police now, that I need to respect the police now. To Justin Trudeau, you are no longer right or honorable. You are just Justin Trudeau. You are not my prime minister. You do not represent me. You do not speak for me. All you are now is embarrassment to this country on the world stage. I am ashamed of you. And I'm speaking for myself. I can't speak for any of you. I'm sure when you go home, your wife and your children look you in the eye and are ashamed of you too. To the police officers on duty, too many times in our history, atrocities have been committed by people saying, oh, I was just following orders. What the fuck is the matter with you people? Pardon my mouth. Did you seriously go into an unarmed crowd of people with horses and trample them? Did you take your direct orders from your superiors and think to yourself, yes, this is right and I am doing the right thing? Every single one of you on duty has a choice to make and a decision to make. There is no goddamn way that you can all possibly be sitting there thinking that this is okay. And what am I doing to these protests? And what I am doing to these protesters, it is okay. It is okay because I'm following orders is not a good reason. One of you already crossed the line and came over to the protester's side. He was instantly arrested. How many more of you are there? Speak up, for God's sakes. Do not let this happen. So that's what I wrote down, and you have my apologies. Okay? I truly mean that. Do I feel right now that I need to respect the police officers in Ottawa? And it doesn't matter whether it's an Ottawa cop, a Toronto cop, a Durham cop, an OPP cop, an RCMP. I don't give a fuck cop. I don't care. You do not have my respect right now. This is something that may take years or half a lifetime before you have my respect back again. I don't think there's anything that anybody, any cop right now could do that could get my respect back. So for that statement that I made the other night, and I kind of got on that guy, I can't remember who it was, whoever you were, if you're on here tonight, you have my apologies. I sincerely, truly mean it. And to the rest of you, please think what you want about the cops. You won't get any argument from me. Absolutely none. So, now we got that out of the way. Jesus Christ, what a day, eh? So, I saw guys getting pepper sprayed. I saw them through, well, they said it was a flashbang. They said that the crowd threw the flashbang. How many of you guys in the crowd are walking around with flashbangs and tear gas? So they said that the flashbang was somebody in the crowd who threw the flashbang. I'm not believing that for a minute. I saw flashbangs. I saw tear gas. I saw guys with clubs hitting. I saw guys with clubs. Fuck, I'm tied. I saw cops with clubs hitting people. I saw them form a line and push that line, then push that line, then push that line. This was disgraceful what we saw in the city today. Tanner made it back to the hotel. He's been revving Kevin. Okay. That's good to know. What I saw today was absolutely unnecessary. I've not seen anybody shooting. I've been watching these pretty close. I've not seen anybody getting shot with rubber bullets I really hope you're mistaken. Yeah. Well, I don't know if it's the same guy that you saw getting bludgeoned with the butt. I've seen a couple of guys take shots from the stock of a gun today. King is stuck in jail till Tuesday. I was about to ask that. Does anybody have any idea? I know Tamara's still in there. What's going on with Pat? Because if he was out, I'm sure we would have heard something from him. Well, George just got arrested an hour and a half ago, or an hour and 40 minutes ago. I saw a live feed half hour ago. They were yelling rubber bullets. Yeah, I'm not going to debate that. I didn't see it. I haven't seen it, but I don't doubt it. I don't doubt it for a minute. At this point now, I wouldn't be surprised if they got drones overhead getting ready to drop tear gas. I don't know. I was just watching, who the hell was I just watching? Canadian Rambo, just before I came on here. He's down there, and it looks like there's a couple of them down there getting rowdy again. The cops might be on their kind of working their way over to take care of some rowdies. But the biggest thing that broke my heart today, aside from, everything broke my heart today, but I think what broke my heart the worst today was watching them come up on these guys' trucks. Now, a couple of the guys were in the trucks, but there was even a couple of trucks, and there was a bunch of trucks, and they were empty. Cops knew they were empty, and they still busted the windows out of these trucks, went in, tossed the truck, and then buggered off and went to the next one. If you're going to arrest somebody, like if the guy's in the truck and you're going to arrest him, is it necessary to damage the property? The truck's going to get towed. It's going to go to the impound yard, and the truck's going to get towed, and it's going to probably be a hefty fine or a fee to get it out of the impound yard. But do you need to damage it? Is that necessary? Are you seriously, you really need to wreck that truck? Okay, at some point or another, this guy needs this truck to make a living. This is what we all use to make our living. We own these things. It's property. How about this, officer? How about, we roll up to your house, smash in all the windows on your vehicle, and how does that make you feel?
Can you give a shout out to the young guy, and if he's okay, we want to know.
Actually, yeah. It's a good point. There was a guy that the times that I got down there, and I didn't catch his name, but he's got a beautiful flat top W9. It's a blue and white stripe. You guys all know the truck I'm talking about. Eh?
He's there with his girlfriend.
He was there. Yeah, he was there with his girlfriend. He was a young guy. He wore a ball cap, and it's usually a flat brim cap. I know that his truck was like second or third in line once they got past the stage. And I had interviewed this guy a couple of times, talked to him, and he seemed like a really nice young kid. He really did. I have not been able to. It's been bugging me personally. I'm just trying to find out if anybody knows or saw anything that happened to this guy or his truck or if anything like that. Just curious if any of you guys have seen anything. Dar's watching the comments if I don't catch it. But yeah, let's get back to. Is his name Tyler? Was that it, Tyler? Mm-hmm. Anybody know if Tyler's all right? I know that I'm pretty sure that his truck was one of the ones that got tossed. He's okay and he's with his girlfriend, TC. Are you sure, TC? How do you know that? Do you know him? Did you see him? Hi, Myra. No, he didn't have the deck built on top of it. Oh, well. Anyway, I hope if he's watching or if he's not, or if you guys know who it is, I hope he's okay. I hope he made it out okay if he left. I know that a bunch of them left. I did see a bunch of the boys fire up the trucks before they got to there. The cops got to the stage, and then I saw a bunch of boys start firing up their trucks and backing out, and they took off. Good on them, because after watching what everything else was going on, all the other trucks, they got ransacked. They just got their windows smashed in, and they got, these guys were pulled out of their trucks. That wasn't necessary. You know what? If I'd have been down there and let's just say I was in that position and I was in my truck and you came knocking on my door, I would open the door. I'm not going to give you a reason to damage and smash my truck up. You want to arrest me? Arrest me. That's fine. But you don't need to beat the crap out of me and you don't need to beat the shit out of my equipment. Yeah, well, that's what I said. That's what I said to Dar, PDs. I said, if that was me down there, I would just roll my windows down. Don't give them a reason to smash them out. No, Gabe, I don't. I don't know if you were here when I read my statement earlier. I retracted what I said the other night about law enforcement and cops. So, but yeah. Tire Roaster's Garage Tanner was arrested tonight during his live stream. Son of a bitch, eh? Son of a bitch. Yeah, we were going down. First of all, we got we got snowed in this morning, so we couldn't get the hell out of here. And then I started getting calls saying, "Don't go, like don't come down." I was getting calls from people that were down there, telling me, "Don't come down here." A lot of these guys that are live streaming down there right now are staying down there. I was told that if I came down there would be no way for me to get into the city because I'm coming from the Kingston area. So that's why Dar and I made the decision. You know, it was a real hard decision. Obviously, we wanted to be there, but first of all, there was no way for me to get into the city, and because I don't know the city. There was a couple of BA. That's awesome. That's appreciated. Not necessary, bro, but appreciated. Thank you. I don't know that city very well. Like I've been in it lots, but I mean, like I couldn't sneak my way around to get in there, and I wasn't about to try, and I wasn't about to cause a problem and possibly get arrested before I even made it into the city. So I was told by, like I said, a couple of good friends that were down there, like, don't go. So we didn't. We opted to stay home and just watch what we were doing today, and watch what was on what everybody else was doing. And like I said, Ottawa is doing a great job down there. Tire Roaster, before he got arrested, I guess, is doing really good. Canadian Rambo is just nailing it. Really, really, really happy watching all three of those. So what I want to know is these guys that are getting, if these guys are getting their trucks smashed in and they're getting them towed out and they're going out and they're being charged, what are the list of charges? Because I think I saw the list of charges that Pat was charged with, I think, 4 different charges. There was mischief, and then there was content to cause mischief, and then there was the cause of something of mischief. And so cops are beating and pepper spraying people because they object to Trudeau's mandates. Well, yeah. Yeah, I know Zot got arrested. I think he's already out, though. Freedom George is arrested. Yeah, we already know that. They're impounded for 7 days. That sucks balls. That sucks balls. I know that it's going to cost them a good chunk of change to get their trucks out of the impound. That's not going to be cheap. And now you've got to replace busted windows. Oh. Oh my God, what'd you feed me? $300 a day. Yeah, something like that, eh? Anybody know where they're being impounded? Where are they going back to? Anybody have any idea? Rebel News has video catching RCMP bragging about horse trampling. I don't want to see that. I really don't want to see that. That would just boil my blood. I'd start throwing shit around my house. Any of you can ask Darlene. I was watching what was going on today. And I think Dar was on the phone with Mike. And I was just sitting here screaming at my screen all day. At one point today, I was crying. I was in tears. I don't know how this makes you guys feel. Darlene was sitting here. She was walking around the house watching with her phone. She couldn't sit down. She was walking around. She was crying. She was on the phone with my buddy Mike. And I was so angry, screaming and yelling at my screen, crying. And like, How's this making you guys feel? Like, besides, like, okay, I now hate the government. I hate the cops. I'm not trusting a goddamn word that anybody says. Bergen, Pierre, Justin. What's that deputy prime minister name? What the hell's her name? I never ever really gave a shit, so I never really paid attention. But every time she's and she opens her big fat mouth, AT, that's cool. Thanks, man. Appreciate that. Every time she opens her fat fucking mouth, I really don't have anything nice to say. And for some reason, I want to reach through and grab her right by the throat. See that? Like, just grab her by the goddamn throat and strangle her for everything that she's worth. Can't stand that woman. Her voice is like, it's like running nails down a chalkboard. The loony, yeah. Every time they open their mouth, they're lying. I've not seen a true... And the funny thing is, all of this went on today. And yes, it's Saturday, right? All of this shit went on today. You telling me that nothing came out of the Prime Minister's office or Candice Bergen's office or Pierre's office? I don't give a shit if it's a Saturday. These politicians they're watching this. They're getting updates. Their phones are ringing. Their aides and associates and everybody else are all sitting there going, oh, did you see this? Oh, we got this. Oh, somebody said this. And nobody said a goddamn thing. Nothing. Not a single thing was said by a single politician on what was happening today. Not one. Nothing. Trudy's on skiing vacation for 2 weeks.
Of course.
I hope that cocksucker hits a tree. Did I say that out loud? I hope he hits a tree. I really do. That guy needs a tree. A well-placed tree down the middle of that hill.
Someone's kids are watching. Can you watch this one?
I apologize for the language. You guys know that I don't swear on my channel. I usually don't swear. I didn't threaten murder. I said I hope he hits a tree. Charge the tree with murder. I didn't put the tree there. Come on now. Let's not put words in my mouth. Again, I apologize. I will stop swearing. I just got carried away. I'm just angry. I'm the same as I'm sure a lot of you guys are. You're just PO'd and have had enough of watching what's gone on the last couple of days. I don't know what else to say about the government. There's no more levels below where we are of disappointment we can go to. You know, how much more disappointed can we get? I don't know. Over 40,000 tweets and trending blackface Hitler. I'd watch that, actually. I really would.
Because Jeffrey shivers.
Hey?
He says you're threatening our government with murder.
I haven't threatened anybody with murder. Come on. Don't even think about trying to put words in my mouth. All I said was that I hope he hit a tree. That's not murder. I'm not murdering anybody. I didn't push him into the tree. I just said I hope he hits one. Thanks, Will. Appreciate it. Oh my God. Thanks for the rant. You know what? I said this the other night. This is like this is like therapy. I feel better after I talk to you guys. I really do. It's really like therapy. Sass. That's awesome. Appreciate it. Thank you. He was skiing last weekend too. Well, the trees aren't doing their job then, are they? Have he made it back out? Oh my God. So where's never mind Trudeau, but where's everybody else? Why is Candice not saying anything? Why is Pierre not saying anything? Ottawa police, do not come down and protest. We are watching you. You're free to watch me, dude. I'm not doing anything wrong. Yeah. John, yeah, I need a hug. Come on over, John. Give me a hug. I can't even know if I can take that serious or not. Ottawa police was on here, just came up and says they're watching me. Feel free to watch me. If you're, as long as you're watching me, you know what? You're leaving somebody else alone. That's the way I look at it. Give me a break. Jeez, just imagine the cops bugging me. Some old guy sitting in his house just blabbing on his iPad, talking to a bunch of people. Candace told them all to go home. Yeah, but didn't you hear her? Basically, her words in layman's terms were, "Okay, truckers, everybody go home. We'll take it from here." I said this the other night. Are you seriously going to believe her? Are you going to believe her? If she said to you, if she came to you right now and you were down there and you were a trucker, she said, "You know what? Turn your truck on, get it all nicely warmed up, and take off. We'll take it from here." Are you going to believe her? Although I've seen her in the House, and yeah, she's been lambasting the hell out of the Prime Minister. But are you going to believe her? Is something going to get done? Are the mandates going to get dropped? Is the cross-border mandates going to get dropped? I was talking with a really good friend of mine today. Yeah, Ottawa Police, don't forget to hit the like button. That is awesome.
Everybody.
Thank you. And everybody else hit that damn like button. Thumbs up. Thumbs up. Thumbs up. Anyway, the hell was I saying? I don't know. Dar's shaking her head. She doesn't know. Canada sounds like the guy. Kind of sounds like the guy that's strung along and will never commit. I don't trust her. No, you know what? You're right. I don't trust her. I don't trust her. I don't trust any of them. I don't know what else to say. The whole lot of them are. Oh, got a new one. You guys have not seen this one yet. Sorry, had to throw that in. Can you read it? I know I had Zeppelin on last night, but I got a new one today. I dare any of you to say anything bad about that. My God. Barb, you're late. What happened to the trucks? A lot of the trucks pulled out today. A lot of the guys moved out. Now, I don't know where they went. Dar, what's the name of the truck stop that you heard?
Yeah, it was like some farmer's field or something.
It's not the... Dar says, oh, it's some farmer. No, it's not the name of the truck stop. What's the name of the truck stop?
Atrium or...
Not Atrium. Anthem.
Anthem.
The Anthem truck stop. From what I understand, everybody's regrouping at the Anthem truck stop. And that's where they're going. So if they got out today, that's where they're going.
Antrim, yeah.
Mr. Supercat, are you British? Hell no. No, I'm not British. My family with the exception of my grandmother, she was born in England, but the rest of my family are all Canadian, all East Coasters. What can anyone do to get rid of Trudeau? Well, we can legally, we can do it. You need the Attorney General's help, and you need the help of a bunch of people in his own cabinet to stab him in the back to get him out. Or you can wait till the next election and just vote him out. Like, really, unfortunately, the guy just dropped $600 million on a flash, I don't know what you call that, like just a flash election, right? Just so he could win a minority government. And he dropped that and he won. So now I think we're stuck with him for what? At least another 3 years? So unless we can get him out legally another way, or we can make him retire, or we can make him quit. If we can make him quit, that would be the best one. I'd give my left nut if we could come up with some way that could make him quit, that would force him to give it up. Thanks, Will. That would force him to give it up and say, okay, I can't take this anymore, and take off. I would sell the farm just for that one. I really would. Overpaid his Liberal buddy $10,000 for ventilators. Dude, I don't know if you guys went through this. I saw this on today. Actually, I should have actually wrote some of this down, but I didn't because there was so much of it. But there's somebody put out something today. It was showing all of the atrocities that this idiot is actually, since his time in office, and all the bad deals that he's made, the deals that he's done that he should have secured and didn't secure and blow, and the dollar figures that were attached to them were absolutely ridiculous. I mean, we weren't talking about thousands of dollars or hundreds of thousands of dollars. We're talking about like hundreds of millions of dollars on all these deals. How the hell is this guy still doing this? And who's giving him this money? Where the hell does he get the right to do this?
Please say hi to James. He keeps saying hi, bestie.
James. Hi, bestie. There you go, James. How you doing, pal? Trudeau media monitoring. We are monitoring you. Hey, monitor away. Knock yourself out. Keep monitoring. As long as you're monitoring me, you're leaving somebody else alone. Do the right nut. John, do the right nut. Okay, I'll give my right nut. Everybody says the left nut, but I'll give the right nut. I'll give you both nuts if we can get this guy out of here. It's not like I got 5 kids. They're all done. Well, I'm not using them. Done. Oh, Jesus. Johnny Cash. Yeah. Trudeau media monitoring. Hit that like button for me, would you please? Same with the Ottawa Police. Ottawa Police, if you're still watching, smash that like button. Give me a like. Give both. Give both. If you lose one, you'll walk lopsided. I already walk lopsided, dude. I've been limping for 5 years. AC/DC. Maybe tomorrow night, night after, we'll put that shirt on. Trudeau media. Dar just squashed me. Trudeau media.
He said, we'll censor you, so I'm like, okay.
Hey, censor me. Do what you gotta do. I swear to God. It's the government. I know they're watching this. Tire Roaster knows they're watching him. Canadian Rambo knows that they're watching him. These guys are down there. Like I watched Canadian Rambo today. At one point, he had 25,000. He was live. He had 25,000 people on his stream. And then all of a sudden, it went badoop, and he had 5,000 people. Ottawa Police, hit the like button with your billy club. I don't give a hell. I don't give a damn if you hit it with your forehead. Just hit that damn like button. I've got a Johnny Cash shirt. I got a Johnny Cash shirt. I just been sticking with the rock and roll theme. You guys want to go with the country theme for next week? Hey, I'll throw I got the Johnny Cash. I got the Waylon. I got the Willie. I got Merle. You guys want to see him? Yeah, I got Waylon shirt. Okay, we'll go with the country shirts next week, all right? I don't know how many of you tune in for that one. James, hi, bestie. All right, gotcha. Gotcha, James.
Okay.
All right, I think James has had enough.
You mean I've had enough?
Dar's had enough of James. Justin Cash, that's an insult. Don't even think about doing that. Don't even say that, Justin Cash. Ruby, Zeppelin. I think you don't have enough hearts on there, Ruby. You need a few more. Saw Johnny Cash live in Halifax. You know what? I never saw Johnny Cash live. Never saw him. I've seen Willie. Saw Junior, Hank Jr. Never saw Waylon. Never saw... Thanks, Vince. You're awesome, too. I really wish that I'd seen Waylon Jennings and I've seen Chris Christopherson. Who else did I see? Saw Chris Stapleton. No. Did we see Chris Stapleton?
I'd like to.
No, we missed that one. Missed that one. Really want to see Chris Stapleton. Metallica 3 times. Pamela saw Metallica 3 times. First time with Cliff. I've seen him twice. I saw him once in Toronto and once in Calgary. I saw him in Calgary when they were on tour with GNR. Talk about a headache when you got home that night. and a sore throat. You couldn't talk. I couldn't talk. None of us could. Our throats were so sore from screaming and yelling and singing, and it was like almost 3.5, almost 4 hours of just really. Floyd, best show ever. I disagree. I disagree. You need a lot of chemicals to get through 2.5 hours of Floyd. At least I couldn't do it without the chemicals. So I couldn't do it now. If Pink Floyd, for some reason or another, ended up getting back together and they went on concert, I don't think I could watch it. Need the Liberals to revolt against him. Conservatives did with O'Toole. You're right. You're absolutely right. But is that going to happen? JT and the Sunshine Band. That's awesome. I like that. Are they going to do it? I don't think the Liberals will do it. I really don't. I think they are going to ride this out on his coattails, and when he goes down with the sinking ship, I think they're all going with him. Everybody in the whole bloody world knows the Conservatives are going to be the next power. Whether you like it or not, whether you agree with it or not, and I'm not saying I do or I don't, I'm just saying that the way this is sitting here right now, if there was an election right now in this moment, I can tell you right now that Pierre would be the next prime minister, or Candace. I think Candace is only the intern, right? But Pierre is going to be taking over the leadership of that party. So, yeah. Why is the mayor of Ottawa worth $12 million? That is a really good question. Why has the mayor not quit? Okay, the top cop in Ottawa booked, right? He took off. I'm done. I'm not dealing with this. He took off. Why is that mayor still there? You want to talk about another asshat that's made mistake after mistake after mistake, and he's hooked his buggy to the wrong horse, right? Trudeau. He's hooked his buggy to the wrong horse. That's another one. That mayor there, you are done. Anyone know who Klaus Schwab is? Yes. Anybody here agree with Trudeau being a disciple of Klaus's? Anybody? Anybody? The mayor works for Klaus Schwab. I don't think so. I don't think the mayor's that smart. Yeah. Okay, so Candice Bergen can't run for PM because she's the interim leader. So it disqualifies her. I don't know if that's how it works. Schwab works for me. Sleek Minster. You wish. Dude, if you had that kind of money that you had Klaus working for you, you wouldn't be sitting there talking to me, leaving messages on my YouTube channel. You'd be, with the money that you'd have, you wouldn't be talking to me. So I'm going out because they're corrupt. I'm going with because they're corrupt. I'm right there. I'm on that boat with you. UN soldiers in Ottawa. There's 2 planes. What are the UN soldiers doing? Please don't tell me the UN soldiers are coming in here to enforce law enforcement. They should be coming in here to protect the protesters, is what they should be doing. The UN should actually be sending people in here to protect us from our own government right now. I truly believe that. If the UN sent in a plane loads of soldiers to come in and protect us right now, I would appreciate that. I would appreciate that. I'd pay them out of my own pocket. I really would. We need to be protected from our own police department and our own military. Oh, they are acting as police, eh? So the UN are coming in to act as cops against us as well. UN soldiers, more thugs. The UN were police thugs. Well, you know what? I can't say with any certainty. I've not seen the UN soldiers in there. I've not heard of them in there yet, and I haven't heard of them doing anything. UN is under Schwab. Yeah, I have to kind of agree with that. Debbie, you're late again. Again. Didn't we do this the other night there, Deb? So again, where were you? Deb. UN is with Schwab. The other way around. Schwab owns the UN. Deb, where were you, Deb? We're not going any farther. There's 748 people in here right now, and they all want to know where Debbie was. We need observers. Yeah, where are you going to get those? Where are you going to get observers that know what they're doing, that are professional and know what they're doing? Ice, thank you. 29 subscribers. No, hi, I am new. Well, welcome aboard. Thanks for coming in. Glad you're here. Big crowds in Toronto. Yeah, I know. Growing in Quebec. The convoy, there is a convoy in Quebec. I don't know where they are. Anybody know where they're at? Are they in Montreal? Yeah, see, look at Deb. A. Taylor wants to know where you're at. It's not just me. Oh, Debbie.
She's making a pie.
She's making a pie. Debbie was making a pie. Deb, did you make Dar's apple pie? They're in Quebec City. I know they're out there. Now, which way are they coming? Are they coming this way? Like, are they going to come into Ottawa or into Toronto, or are they going to stop in Montreal? Anybody know? It's hard to get the information about this because you hear 25 different stories. You ask one question and you get 25 different stories. Okay, here's a question for you. Okay, I know that Chris was arrested and he is. I don't know. I hate to say this. He took I don't know if he took the plea deal, but he's on his way back to Saskatchewan. He's gone. I've not heard anything from Pat. I've not heard anything from Tamara. What I want to know is where's the money and who's got it. Who's got all that money and who's got access to it? Sass, thanks. Will, thank you. Appreciate it. I want to know where all the money is. Not that it's not because I think that, I want it. But I would like to know where all the money is for this convoy. I want to know where it is, who's got it, who's got access to it. Because obviously if Pat's in jail, Chris is gone, Tamara's in jail, who's got access to all this cash and where's it at? And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that there's something dishonest being done here. I'm not saying that at all. I'm not saying that, these guys are going to, get out of jail, take the money and run. That's not what I'm saying at all. I'm just curious to know where the money is. Just thought I'd throw that. Tamara did a full release about the money on her Facebook page.
Yeah, but there wasn't really
Yeah, that was pretty vague. There wasn't really, there really wasn't all. Oh, hold on. What the hell did that say? There is a charity accountant and lawyer. There are charity accountants and lawyers from Joe Soffit. Joe, are you sure about that? And where did you hear that? I heard about something like that, but I've never heard about who they were. Trudeau will get it if it's published. Yeah, no kid. No kidding. I almost tempted to go to the bank and pull all my money and all my investments and all my everything out. They can go after. Hey, Kyle, glad you're here. Am I on the big screen? I got a buddy. Nevada sends me a picture the other day. They're watching me on down there. He's got me. I don't know what size TV it is. It's huge, but they're watching me on a TV, like a 70-inch TV. So anyway, yeah, I'm just curious to know where the money is. That's all. I'm not causing problems. I'm not being, saying that they're doing anything wrong. Oh, Jesus, that's so good. It's stolen by our corrupt government. I'm not drinking that. If you guys ever get a chance to drink this, don't.
so delicious.
Dar gave it to me. He said, here, try this. Oh, no. No, I'd rather eat a rat's ass than drink that. That's disgusting. That was horrible. So, yeah, I actually sat there thinking today, okay, so now they can go after your crypto, right? They can go after your Bitcoin. They can go after your bank account. They can go after your RSPs. If your house is mortgaged in the bank, let's say you have all of this and your house is mortgaged, they can screw you there. Can I please put the captions on? Dark, you put the captions on?
I don't know how.
So how safe do you feel? If they can go in right now and do all of this to any one of us, how safe do you feel? How good do you feel about this? I'm not happy about this. I actually sat there and thought, you know what? I've got a couple of pillowcases. I'm tempted to go to the bank and just go in and go, I'll take it all. Give it all to me. Everything. With the exception of my mortgage, I will take it all and I'll just go with Cash World. I'll pay for everything in cash. I really will. Business in Burlington is being harassed.
So is Kelly's Bake Shop, actually.
Kelly's Bake Shop. Where's that? In here?
No, it's in Burlington.
In Burlington. Kelly's Bake Shop in Burlington. Yeah, they got harassed as well for it. I don't know anybody else. I don't know any personally. I've heard stories, but I don't know any personally that has had their accounts, hey Desiree, that have had their accounts frozen or had any problems with the bank yet. I've heard of other people, but I don't know.
Northern Girl Hobbies.
Northern Girl Hobbies is on watching. How's it going up there? You guys cold? We are cold here, so I hope you're cold there. I don't know what to do with the banks. I don't know what to do with the money. I got to go back to work soon, so I don't know if I should I don't know if I should ask Ronan to pay me in what, Canadian Tire money. That's what I should do. That's what we should do. Convert all our cash to Canadian Tire. Instead of making a run on the banks, we'll make a run on Canadian Tire. Convert everything to Canadian Tire cash. Pull out your money. Tell you what, Tons, you do it too. Stock us. No, small fringe, we are not stocking up on guns. That's not an option. That's not an option. We're not even doing that. Wheel burner, tell everyone we have won. Everyone is now finally awake. Well, I wouldn't say we won. Buy silver and gold. We already do that. And stock. Although silver and gold is your best option because it's a solid commodity. They can't go after you for it. Mind you, I've got acres of land out back. I can just dig holes and put my gold back there. I'm telling you, I'm thinking about it. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do with this channel and with a couple other things that have gone on where I've been told they've been watching me, and I'm not talking about just tonight. We've had a couple other indications come up that somebody, let's just say, governmental agencies have taken an interest in some things that I've said, and not even necessarily on this channel, but on a couple of the podcasts that I've done. So if they're watching me, like, I don't know. I used my bank card today. Apparently the money's in the bank, so I guess I'm all right. But I'm watching you right now. Tell you what, Joe, if you're in that window right there watching me, come on in. Come on in. You don't have to sit out there in the cold and watch me. Come on. No freedom to talk in this country. You know what? You're damn right. We're almost there. Unless you're on, unless you're on mainstream media, you're pretty much gonna be pigeonholed into different categories, and the people are going to be watching. They're going to be watching us, and they're going to be watching not just what we're doing, but they're going to be watching what we're saying. The government's watching me, and I should shave.
I agree.
Dar agrees, but that's not happening. Not happening. You like that today? Look at this. She's all fluffy. That's not going down. Pull it all out. Get out of here. Oh, you must be talking about my money. You're not talking about my beard. No.
He wants to know if you have a Twisted Sister shirt.
I do not have a Twisted Sister shirt, believe it or not. Love Dee Snider, one of the best screamers in the business. But no, I don't. You got it. Watch her. Head and shoulders, baby. That's how we keep our beard supple. Who said that the other night? Supple. That's how we keep your beard supple. Head and shoulders, baby. John's going to go watch Facebook. All right, John, see ya. Go watch Facebook.
No, he means he's going to be watching Facebook.
Oh, I thought John was leaving to go watch Facebook. I'm telling you. I'm getting dumped for Facebook, babe. Pierre has funded AI. Yeah, I don't doubt that. They all do. They all do. I actually had the thought, I said this to Dar today. We went into Kingston, had to do something in Kingston. So we were coming home and I said to Dar, I said, wouldn't it be ironic if we pull up to the house and there's the OPP at the door and they're giving me one of those pamphlets? You guys all saw that one of that lady that had the OPP, that young OPP girl, show up at her door and give her the pamphlet on the proper ways of what they think proper protocol for protesting should be. So I was sitting there thinking, wouldn't it be funny if the OPP was at my door? Trump for prime minister. Let's not get carried away. Andrew Keel, here's your notice, yeah? Desiree, why don't I spell check? Learn common law, the only way out of the matrix. You know what? I'm not learning common law. I'm not doing that. I'm going to eat this terrible chocolate Dar gave me. I'm not learning common law. I'm a Canadian citizen. I shouldn't have to know every single law in the country to live my life. Not necessary. Okay? We had some very smart people put those in place for us to tell us what our lives can be and how we can and what we can expect and what we are allowed to do. I agree with those. I shouldn't have to memorize every single frickin' law in this country just to walk down the street and not be afraid. Well, common law seems to be the only way, but you know what? I'm not doing that. I'm not learning every law. I'm not learning common law. Justin Castro. Ty, I agree with you. That one piece of toast. That is a hell of a handle. That one piece of toast. Torpedo. Uh-oh. That one piece of toast is torpedo. Torpedo. Hey, Dar.
What?
You want a piece of toast?
Oh. He does it again, I'll put him on thing.
Waterman, I just taught it to you now. He owned properties, apartments on, resided in. Hey guys, you can't write things that long. Like, it's going up my screen. Like, I got to read this stuff. Oh, well. Rapunzel, young people should be encouraged to learn common law. Okay. Common law, do no harm. I agree. Jason, you want to be an admin? You want to wipe out the trolls? Dar does a pretty good job. You guys don't think she's doing a good enough job?
I was daydreaming on the last one. So.
Yeah. She just said she was daydreaming. Yeah. Oh, come on, people. Did the stormtroopers leave to get back to the Death Star? I don't know. I know that, like I said, I was watching just before this. I was watching Canadian Rambo. What?
Can someone please recommend a shaver for my back and something else?
No. I can't recommend a shaver for your back or anything else. Excuse me. See what you're doing? You're making me sneeze. Anyway, I was watching Canadian Rambo, and they seemed to be dying down a bit tonight. There was a guy that got trampled too. Common law, seal warriors call. All right. We will go and check out common law. Okay. The next time I'm on here, we will check out common law and we will talk about it. I'd be harder on your mod. I'd be harder as a mod on your channel, Wheelburner Express. Every channel is different. I mod for a lot of larger channels. Northern Girl Hobbies. She's got a really good show too. She's got a really good channel as well. If you get a chance, go check her out. She's into some really cool shit up there up north. Russia will set Canada free. Putin is coming. Yeah. You know what? The funny thing is, I dare somebody go right now and Google do a net worth on Putin. He could buy Canada. His personal net worth, that crooked guy, he could buy Canada. Jackson King, what the F is this? I don't know. You're watching me.
Yes, you love Wendy's. Tell this other person.
Yes, I love Wendy's. Hey, do you like Wendy's? Yeah, I like Wendy's. I like their chicken burgers. Their spicy chicken sandwiches. They're pretty good. Love them. Love them. EMM White and USA. What's and USA? Right, Putin is on our side? I don't know. Putin, the last time I checked, somebody just wrote that. Joe just wrote Putin is a gangster. I got to agree with that. That guy puts more money in his own pocket from his own country than anybody I've known. You think Trudeau's crooked, and Trudeau siphons money, and Trudeau's net worth is ridiculous. Go look at Putin's. Go check that out. Dar's laughing over what something Matt said.
Butterfly lady.
Butterfly lady? You guys are killing me.
Electrolysis for
70 billion. He's worth 70 billion as of 2021. $70 billion is what Putin is worth. Jesus. That's his personal net worth. I'd like 1% of that. What isn't over yet? This convoy. This isn't over yet. The convoy, they may have smashed it up, and they may have tried to rip the heart out of them, out of the people, but it's not over yet. They're regrouping. These people are regrouping. This movement. Now, I'm not going to say a convoy, but this movement is going to regroup. If I'm going to be honest with you, I'm just going to throw this out there. But if this was me, if I was in charge of this and I was actually going to be doing this, I would slowly pull out of Ottawa, and I'd head to Montreal, and I'd do Montreal for 7 days. And I was talking, who was I talking to about this today? I was talking to Ronan, actually. You guys know who Ronan is. I was talking with Ronan today about this. I'd do 7 days in Montreal. I'd do 7 days in Toronto. I'd spread it around. I would absolutely spread it around. I would park them for 7 days. Make myself and make us be, and I would just do that right across Canada. That way you don't have a city like Ottawa, because Ottawa ended up having what? We're there right now, and we're on day, 28? Well, that is a lot for the city of Ottawa, for the residents to endure. That it really is. If we were there for 7 days and then we left and moved to the next city, do you think Ottawa, the people of Ottawa, would be as PO'd as they are? Probably not. So I would do that. That's what I would do. I would, as long as the convoy and like they say, they've got the money for gas or for fuel and everything. They want to pay the fuel bill. I'll go to Montreal for a week. I'll go to Quebec City for a week. I'll go to Moncton for a week. I'll go to Toronto. I'll go to Windsor, and then I'll start heading out west. You might as well do Winnipeg, Regina, Saskatoon, Calgary, Edmonton, and then do BC, and then turn around and come on back. That's how you get yourself known without disturbing too many people. Disturb them for a week. Don't disturb them for a month. Oh, anyway, that would just be my personal. If I was organizing this, that's what I'd be doing. Spread it out. You can get the same effect and get the same. You don't have to be in Ottawa to piss off the Prime Minister or to piss off the politicians. You don't have to do it on the Prime Minister's front door. Although we did, and it seems to be working because we've obviously got his and the whole world's attention. But if this was me, like I said, I would spread it out. Ottawa police chief minus out as a win. Yeah, I agree with that. He took the road. He took the high road. He booked it, didn't he? Have SWAT out there now. SWAT's been out there all day, guys. They're not just out. I don't know. Maybe they're doing something right now, but I know that the SWAT's been out there all day. When you see those what do you call those, APCs, armored personnel carriers, or whatever you want to call them, those are pretty much the SWAT. Honk honk Montreal. I'll go to Montreal. I'll take my truck to Montreal. I'll take my truck to Toronto. We were watching something today. Thanks, Fabian. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. I'd take my truck into Toronto. Dar and I were watching in Toronto today. They're honking and they're making noise. There's not a lot of trucks, but there's a lot of people. Toronto would be a prime spot. I don't know how some of these guys that did the organizing they dropped the ball, in my opinion. They went to Ottawa, yes, and then they pushed and they were going to do something and say, oh yeah, we're going to go to and we're going to lock up Toronto. I think they should have done that. Now, they didn't have to go to Toronto and lock it up for 28 days or for a month like they did in Ottawa.
Let's add one silver maple to
But Ottawa or Toronto should have been... I didn't get that.
Thanks, Fabian.
I did.
Oh, okay.
I did. Ottawa or Toronto should have been locked up. Toronto, we should have locked... Never mind Windsor. Windsor did what it had to do because it affected the border. And it affected, it affected commerce. So yeah, that put a big, when you've got GM and Ford, calling, the president of GM is calling the prime minister's office because he's got his direct line because he owns the prime minister as well, calling saying, you need to get this done. That's why they got Windsor cleaned out so fast. Is because GM and Ford basically said, you do something now or you're in trouble. But you know what? Windsor was good, but they should have stopped in Toronto. They should have done, let's just say, not a week, let's say 10 days. Lock up Toronto for 10 days. And then we're going to see how good Doug Ford's skills are as a premier. That I would really like to see. I would love to see how well Doug Ford can weasel talk and get himself out of that if we locked up Toronto for 10 days. And then say moved up to whatever, Montreal. Trudeau is a teacher. PM job is over his pay grade. Time for him to resign. He wasn't even a very good teacher and he got himself in trouble as a teacher. He was wasn't he a substitute teacher or an art teacher or you know what? I don't know, but he wasn't a very good one. I know that. Do they have enough armed forces to spread through Canada? I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think Canada's a big country, right? I don't think they have a big enough armed forces that could to put down the entire country. Drama teacher. Thank you. Drama teacher. He's a drama queen. Jason, yeah, I agree. JT's a coward. He's a cowardly... Okay, let's put this all together. He's a cowardly drama teacher queen. Here we go. And a drama teacher. Yeah, we got that. Anyway, JT couldn't find a hairstylist. Well, listen, I'm not really one to talk about hairstyles, but let's talk about that have you seen this ass hat on TV in the last couple of days? Every time he shows up, he's got this stupid thing going on. Now tell me, does anybody know, does that look like a wig? It looks like he's got a partial toupee or a partial carpet sitting on top of his head. Every time I see him, I just think he's getting goofier looking. And I hate it when he grows that partial beard. I think he's trying to make himself look a little older. So is Sing and Freeland, her street lamp is tax deductible. The hell does that mean? Sorry, guys. I'm not a drama teacher. I can't read that well. We need to get to Quebec stream links out. I'd be curious. Quebec convoy arrived this noon in Quebec City, downtown. Watch Bolux with the beard. Yeah. I have a better looking beard than Trudeau has hair on his head. So... hit them all at the same time. Oh, I don't agree with that. You don't have to hit them all at the same time. I think, Dougie Ford would have peed his pants if we all showed up in Toronto. I agree. Have you ever seen a guy flip-flop so many times in 1 week? As Ford has? I don't think he knows what he's supposed to say next. He just waits till everything happens and then he says what he needs to say to get himself out of trouble for what's happening right there. And then the next day he could flip-flop and say the exact opposite. He's got a sissy curl. Jim Brown says Trudeau's got a sissy curl. I'm not reading that. The top of... Hold on. The top of Trudeau's head is Klaus's little bar stool. That's freaking brilliant. I like that. I will read that. Yeah, that was good. Yeah. Time to drain the bucket. Check WAF site for members. Yeah. I'm not writing that. I'm not saying that. Pierre P is on WAF, and so is Doug F. Dougie Ford. I love Molson Canadian. Who doesn't? I used to love Molson Canadian, but I don't love it anymore. It didn't love me. Let me put it that way. The member of the federal conservatives are all the same as provincial conservatives. I agree. They all call they get their shots calling from the same place. It doesn't matter if it's a federal party. The federal liberals are just the same as the provincial liberals in my eyes. They're all together. They're all one. It doesn't matter. I'll get my mouth working here eventually. I'm only 66 minutes into this stream, and my mouth is just starting to come to alive now. Am I in Ottawa? No, unfortunately, this is not Ottawa. I'm in my kitchen. I'm in my partial living room. Thanks, Matt.
Hello from Alaska. Do you have a response to his question?
Sorry, that went by too quick. Let me go back down on that. Is that Matt? Mm-hmm. Hello from Alaska again. Would love to hear your take on the attack on the pipeline in BC Friday. Now, that was a national emergency. And Matt, I agree with that. Somebody else made a comment. We were talking about it earlier about some of the things that have happened in this country where the Emergency Act was not enacted or pulled out, and it should have been. That is one of them. There was, I think, four times in history where the act probably should have been pulled out. That was one. What was the other one was, I want to get the words right because I don't want to insult anybody, but it was during, the native Indians in Brantford there at the reserve in Brantford where they had that. That was another time they should have pulled it out. The pipeline, yes, they should have pulled it out. Black Lives Matter, in my humble opinion, they probably could have pulled it out there. There was more violence and more cars burning and more shit going down there for that. And they probably could have pulled it out. They did not need to pull it out for this. They really did not. I think this was a bad call. Obviously, everybody else thinks it was a bad call too. All lives matter. You got it, brother. All lives matter. But the Black Lives Matter, when they did their thing, there was violence, there was fighting, there was arrests, shit was lit on fire, personal property was destroyed, and they probably could have pulled out. And meanwhile, our PM, he was out there with them, talking to them, working with them, agreeing with them, and yet this asshat can't come out and talk to the truckers. Can't come out and talk to the truckers. Anyone know where Pat is? Yeah, Pat's still in jail. Yeah, apparently somebody else on here said he won't be out till Tuesday. Taking a knee with them, yeah. I'm telling you. Tell me this guy does not have his priorities a little effing mixed up, eh? He pulls out the Emergency Act on a bunch of truck drivers just trying to get some mandates dropped and just trying to be heard. He pulls them out for that. Meanwhile, Black Lives Matter, the pipeline, the violence and everything going on with that, and he doesn't do any of that. And he runs around with a black face. He got caught with blackface. And he's got the nerve to call us prejudiced, racial, racist. I swear to God. I hope to God when he dies and he's standing at the pearly gates, I hope St. Peter just beats him over the head with a frickin' hammer. Says, no, get lost. Trudeau was born female. Trudeau's still a female. I think, honestly, I think he's a they. And I hope I didn't insult anybody by saying that. If you're a they, that's fine. you got my vote to be a they. But Trudeau doesn't know what he is. I swear to God, Dar's going, shut up. Whatever. BLM are Marxist. JT loves them. I'm not going to say anything about what I think of BLM are, but I know that they got away with a lot of crap that they shouldn't have got away with. And Justin, I agree. Justin loves them. Did somebody write that? Is Justin still married? I don't know. I heard that him and his wife have been separated for a while. Trudeau was born a female. Makes his wife a lesbian. Anybody want to ask his wife about that? From what I know, she did. She left him, didn't she? Would you stay with him? I can honestly sit here and tell you right now, if I was the prime minister of this country and I did what he is doing right now, Darlene would boot my ass to the curb so fast. You know what? Darlene, did you hear that? Darlene said she would have assassinated me. I got all of you. There's 641 of you in here right now that every one of you has heard Darlene threaten to assassinate me. If I was the prime minister and did what Trudeau is doing, actually, who am I kidding? If I was the prime minister and I was doing what he's doing, I'd expect any of you guys to take a shot at me too. Jesus. Castro is dead. Well, little Justin's going to bring him back to life. Love and peace. Blink 3 times if you're scared for your... I'm not scared for my safety. Oh my God. Oops. Theresa Tam. Good. Every politician has failed us. I agree. I truly agree with that. I don't know what we're going to do at election time. As I've said before, is you don't vote for the one you like the most, you vote for the one you dislike the least. But I can't even find one I dislike the least. Like, I'm shit you not. Like, who are we going to vote for? What's this? The Blue Party. The new Blue Party. Dar's a good woman. Keeps you on the straight. You're damn right she does. I'm afraid of nothing in this world except for that woman sitting across the table from me. I don't care how big your gun is, how tall you are, how strong you are. I am not afraid of you. That woman frightens me. The Blue Party. But I don't know enough about it. I was looking at it today. Actually, again, there's another subject Dar and I were talking about today. We were looking to see for our area if there's a Blue Party representative in our area set up. And apparently there is, and I'm going to be finding out more information because I'm running out of parties. I'm not voting Liberal. I'm sure as hell not voting NDP. Conservatives are not getting my vote. I'm not voting Bloc. I think there's only one independent in the House right now, and I'm not voting for her. So who the hell am I voting for? So we're gonna have to look at the Blue Party, the new Blue Party, the purple. No, not doing the purple. The PP seat. Sorry. They had their booth set up down at the convoy. I was a couple of times with the camera and a couple of times without the camera. I was in there talking and this and that. I can't get on board with them, and I'm not going to sit here and debate with you guys, about their policies and what their beliefs and whatnot. But no, I won't be going PPC. Pat should run. Don't be surprised. They are putting up fences in Ottawa. I think they've already put up some fences. They're probably going to be putting up a whole lot more in the next little while. It wouldn't surprise me at all. Let independents form a government. I don't know. I'm 52 years old. I've been allowed to vote since I was 18 years of age. And for the first time in my voting life, I don't know. I don't know what to do. The KFC party. Done. KFC party. Let's do it. I don't know who I'm gonna vote for. I'm in such distress over the parties and the options and the parties that we have. I don't have a clue. I don't have a clue. As a joke, I said to Dar today, I said, find out if there's a new blue candidate. And she goes, yeah, I think there is. And she goes, why? I says, I was going to throw my name in. If there's no candidate in your area, you can start. You can start representing the blue party or the new blue party for your area. And I was actually going to go, you know what? How much longer do I want to drive a truck and be a truck driver? Wow, maybe I should try take a swing at this politics thing. Come on, man. Trudeau and Ford and the Bieber party. Let's not get carried away, Mike. But all of these guys are in there. I want to see a 30-year retiree of some, I want to read that. I want to see a 30-year retiree of some hardworking trade become a politician. The problem is these people don't know what it's like to be us. I agree. I've been trucking, I've been a blue collar truck driver for over 30 years. This is all I know. I'm an owner operator. I own my own business. Look at me. I'm selling you. Come on, vote for me. No, I'm just kidding. But you're right. You are absolutely right. A blue collar person, a blue collar worker would probably make a very good politician, especially a blue collar worker that has been in an ownership role, in a business role, that has a business sense and has been successful, right? And has been successful. Those people would probably make good politicians. How many of them do you actually see? I don't see any of them. Vote for the guy with mud on his boots. Man, so I think you said that the other night. I agree with that. Absolutely. 100% agree with that. If all truckers in Canada shut down and didn't turn a wheel for a week, it would all be over. Yeah, but so would the hospitals. That would be my biggest fear. If the truckers shut down, and I agree with you, if the truckers shut down, we could cripple the country. We could absolutely just, but the ones I don't want to hurt would be, the hospitals, the old age homes, like anything that requires, it would just hurt. It would hurt too bad. I couldn't see myself knowing if I had a load of medical supplies. I couldn't see myself shutting down for 3 days. I just couldn't do that. If there was a way to do it and those people don't get hurt, okay, I agree. Shut it down. You don't need to shut it down for 7 days. 7 days is too long. You don't need to shut it down. You can shut it down for 3 to 4 days. If every truck in Canada parked for 4 days, done. Trudeau would have no choice. Brian, the supplies all go in the garbage anyway. I can't say that for sure. You can't say that for sure. Jill Biden is played by Alice by Alice Cooper. Hey. Love Alice Cooper, by the way. Hold on, I want to read that. Klaus Schwab and JT's association was called out as foreign interference to an empty parliament. Yeah. Don't be surprised if a whole lot more is called out to an empty parliament. This guy Justin doesn't seem to want to show his face in there very often these days. You notice that? The opposition is going, oh, we want to direct this to the prime minister. And then some other minister, some minister of bullshit or whatever, he stands up and answers the question when it should be the prime minister standing there answering these questions. You notice this guy doesn't spend as much time in the house as he really should be. Yeah, I wonder where he is. He can't find any black paint. Agreed. Healthcare worker here. A shitload of supplies do actually go in the garbage. Yeah, but okay, let's just say you're right. A shitload of supplies do go in the garbage, but the ones that don't go in the garbage that are saving somebody's life that aren't there because they're on a truck parked on the road, I don't want that on my conscience. I really don't. Sorry. I see thousands of dollars in the trash. Okay, well, you know what? I don't work in a hospital. I can't say what goes in the garbage and what doesn't go in the garbage. But like I just said, I don't want to be the one sitting on the side of the road with a load of supplies and there's somebody in the hospital that needs it. That's. I didn't mean to open. I didn't mean to open up a can of worms here. I'm not arguing with you guys. I'm not. I'm just saying, for me personally, I don't want that on my conscience. I just don't think that. And if you guys work in the hospital or if you're in the medical industry and you see what gets thrown in the garbage, hey, you know what? You do. I don't. I don't see it. So, but that's just my personal feeling. Take it however you want it. That's up to you. No 30% Quebec reps in the House. I don't think the Bloc has 30%, do they? I don't think they do. I don't think the Bloc has 30%. That's the way of the new politics coming. I haven't seen any new politics. You know what? In my personal opinion, the new politics looks like the old politics. I've not seen anything. Truck drivers literally run this country as it is. Yeah. I'd like to see the House full of truck drivers. Jesus, what stuff gets sorted out fast. Are you kidding me? I don't give a crap what the political party is, but if all the parties had truck drivers or ex-truck drivers in them, do you know how fast shit would get sorted out in that House of Commons? It would be done fast. Anyway, there are protests breaking out in the middle of my city, a little city in Aurelia. This is causing massive waves. There are protests in Aurelia. What are they protesting? Are you talking about this? Trucker strike would affect vaccine deliveries. I don't think so. Dude, I can walk down to the local Rexall right now, kick in the door, and the frickin' shit'll come piling out the door and bury me in the parking lot. I don't think that'll be the case. Who cares about, yeah, exactly. Who cares about vaccine deliveries? Stop calling it a vaccine, people. You're starting to irritate me. It's not a vaccine. It is not a vaccine. If you've taken this, and it's great if you have, I can appreciate that and respect you that you did. But if you've taken this, you are not vaccinated. I don't care what you say, you're not vaccinated. It is just a Band-Aid. And in my opinion, it's like putting a Band-Aid on a bullet wound. Vaccination is when you are vaccinated. It means whatever you're being vaccinated against, being smallpox, rabies, whatever, it means you take the shot and you never get those again. Okay? That means you're vaccinated. Whatever it is, it eradicates that. So you don't get it again. I can get vaccinated and still get COVID. I'm not vaccinated. So quit using that. Vaccines stop contracting. Experimental drug. You're goddamn right, it's an experimental drug. They took the baseline model of stuff that they had from back in 2008 or whatever, when SARS was here. And they took that, they threw a bunch of other stuff, whipped it up in a blender and said, here, try this out, guys. This is what they did. And it's not a vaccine. So stop calling it a vaccine. It's irritating the hell out of me. The flu vaccine doesn't work. Well, the flu shot, you notice the flu shot is not a vaccine. They don't call it a vaccine. They call it a flu shot. And they out and out tell you right up front when you take the flu shot. Now, I don't take it, but they tell you you're going to get the flu. It's mildly giving you the flu so your body builds up an immunity. Right? This COVID shot, what the hell is this? Larry Shepard, it's poison. Goddamn right it's poison. I'm paying a dear price for it. It's a COVID shot then. Okay, Joe, I agree with that. I agree with that. So instead of calling it a COVID vaccine, let's just call it a COVID shot. Okay? Let's just call it a COVID shot because it's not a vaccine and it's irritating me. Green thumb pepper. True blood. Pure blood. Good for you. Why are you rolling your eyes? Darlene's rolling her eyes at me.
You repeated 3 times and it irritates you. Shut the fuck up.
She's like, shut up. You've told them it irritates you enough. The clot shot. Craig McKay, the clot shot. Yeah. Did I mention that it irritates me? Fucking Darlene just total poison. I'm paying a price for the poison too. Well, Ruby, you've got my sympathy because I'm sitting on the fence with you. I hate needles. I'm not worried about the needles. I'm worried about what's in the needle that they're putting in my body. I hate, yeah, I think I mentioned that I hate that that's called a vaccine. So.
Safari wrote a nice message.
He did he?
She.
Hey? Safari Dreams. I have to just say, listening to you gives me more hope and all this. Oh my God. You're gonna make me cry there. Don't do that. Appreciate that. Thank you, Safari. You'll notice I'm on my second can of bubbly here, eh? I was gonna go with coffee or tea, but then I gotta go to bed after this, so. Hi, notice me, please. Okay, Chloe, I notice you. Gotcha. Hey, Chloe, notice me, please. Say hi. Tell me you notice me. The flu comes naturally from response to if your immune system delivers toxin overload. Right. So what does COVID shot do? Oh, we got a troll. Is Dar squishing?
Yeah.
Dar squished. The truckers were not in negotiation equation from the get-go. I agree. JM, I agree. He didn't even give us a second thought. He didn't even give us a first thought. It was never his intention to come down and talk to us. Do you know why? We all know why. He did not. He wanted this to go on. He needs this to go on. He needs this to go on because he needs us to keep taking shots. He really does. He really does. He already knows that his political career is over, so he needs to make as much money as he possibly can for him and his cronies until his time is up, and then he'll just sail away slowly.
Say hi. Your mom just commented.
My mom.
Hi, Brian.
Look at that. My mom actually just said hi. I don't think my mom's ever been on here before. Hey, Mom. Love you. Hope you're feeling well. My mom is a true fighter. There's a woman, 74 years old, that's had some ups and downs in life with her health as well. And she is just absolutely freaking killing it right now. Absolutely killing it. My mom's a tough bird, man. Absolutely tough bird. Love you, Mama. Anyway. Hi, Brian's mom. Thanks, guys. Everybody's saying hi to my mom. Look at that, Mom. 639 people in my feed here tonight watching me, and they're all loving on you, Ma. This is how you guys are really making me look good. Keep it up. Keep going. You're making me look great. 630 of you tell her hi. Now I need a couple of you to say love you, Mom. There you go. We love you. Thank you. Need a couple more love you moms, please. Well, you know, for those times where I forget, you guys all take care of this for me, would you? No, I'm such a bad son, eh? I am actually really lucky. I'm one of these people in my life that both of my parents are still alive. My mom and my I guess what you say, my stepdad and my father are still alive. And I'm still very fortunate. Darlene's parents, who I love and adore very much as well, they are still alive. I am actually truly blessed. You don't usually see people when you get to my age at 52, 53, where your parents are still alive, or at least both of them are. Look at the love you moms. All right, guys, that's enough. Thanks. She gets the point. Jeez. Crying out loud. Debbie Atkins, we love you. I hope you're saying I love you. You're done with my mom? You guys are done with my mom. You're telling me you love me? Thanks. Love you, love you, Mom from Winnipeg. Thanks, guys. I really appreciate this. My mom's had a really rough couple of months here dealing with some cancer and some chemo, and she's fighting through it, and she's just a tough woman, and she's going through it, and she's gonna get through this, and she's gonna be good, but she's had a rough couple of weeks. So I appreciate you guys throwing the love out there for my mom. I really do. Thank you very much. It's very kind of you guys. Anyway, you guys want to talk about anything else besides my mom?
That's a good question.
Hey?
Zach Brown has a good question.
I didn't catch Zach's question. What was
Why
Zach's?
is it so hard for drivers today to keep the old school professionalism? Like the hand waving, do you think this will change?
Why is it hard for the new drivers to you know what? That's something I do agree with. We can talk about that really quick. I was talking about this with Mike, and I was talking about this with Jer. And a lot of the old school ways, and it's not the old school ways of driving, but it's how we behave. And one of the main ones that a lot of the older guys, say my age or older, we complain about is the wave. When you're driving and there's an oncoming truck, I still do it today. I still throw the wave up. Whether you wave back at me or not, I don't know. And I don't care. It's just habit. I know that Jared does it. I know that Campbell does it. I know that I think Laker does it. A lot of these guys that I've driven with over the years, we all do it. The old guys do it. But they don't do it anymore. The young guys, the new generation, they're so content on steering wheel out the window or foot up on the dash or, playing on their phone or... I don't know. I don't have an answer to that, Zach. It's a really good question, but I don't have a clue. I don't have a clue why the new generation just can't find some common courtesy and a little respect. I like to wave. I like to wave. Usually if a guy waves back at me, it's a guy that's got a beard and he's an old fuck like me. Usually. Very rarely these days do I see the young guys waving back or even paying attention, or even like I'm not going to be doing, when I go back to work, I'm not going to be doing flatbedding anymore. But how many times do you see it in the yard? You see some guys, you see me out there, it's a windy day and I'm rolling up my tarps, and another guy my age will come over and help, but there's three young guys sitting over there in their trucks with their phones doing this with their phones, right? Watching me roll up my tarps. They won't get out of their truck to help somebody. It's not done anymore. And I'm wondering why they don't do that. Like, I don't know if it's their work ethic or just the way that the new generation is. I don't know. I see some guy young, old, doesn't matter. I see somebody rolling up their tarps. It's a windy day. I jump out of my truck and I help them. It's just, I've had hundreds of guys do it for me. How did you and Dar meet? Well, I was in this Puler joint down in Alabama. No. Look at Dar. I met Darlene. At work. I met her at believe it or not, at work. Not where I'm working now, obviously, but years and years and years ago. She was working at a warehouse, and I was driving. I wasn't on the road then. I was shunting, and she had just come back from leave, and I had got hired, and I was working there while she was off on leave, and then she came back while I was working there, and she came strolling up the warehouse one day, and she saw this fantastic looking guy jumping out of this truck, and she went, "God damn, I gotta have some of that." And I just gave in. I couldn't help it. I took one look at her, she took one look at me, love at first sight, and boop, down the road we went. Now, most of that is true. We did meet at work. Hey, Brian, did you find out from that comment yesterday about the people hauling vax stuff who need to be vaxxed? You know what? I totally forgot to look into that, John. But I think there was 2 or 3 other people on there making making that comment. What time is it?
We will go check them out.
10:49. Tire Roaster is going live at 11. I want all of you guys to go jump on him, okay? It's 10 to 11 right now. I'm going to jump off, but I suggest that you guys, everybody go check out Tire Roaster. Love this guy. Thanks, Will.
That answers question.
How do you think USA deals with the convoy to DC? I'm going to be very curious to see how that's going to work itself out. I'll be honest with you. I hope they leave their weapons at home. We don't have the problem. I'm not going to say problem because it's not a problem. But we don't have weapons. We don't have the same gun laws and same gun rules that you guys have down there. So that's not a big problem. Usually there are guns up here, and we do have people with illegal weapons and whatnot, but not like you guys have them in the States. I truly hope that you guys can do it and be as peaceful, and do it peacefully down there like we did up here. The damn problem is, and one of the problems is there's just so many more of you. You got to remember, the U.S. has a population of 345 million people. Canada's entire population is 37 million. So what's that? That's a little more than 1/10. So you guys have just less than 10 times our population. So you put that many people into a crowd, and you put that many people under pressure, and all it takes is one political officer, one police officer, one person to get out of order, and you can get pretty wound up pretty fast. So I hope that they can go down. I hope they can go to Washington, or go to DC, and I hope they can do this, and I hope they can do it peacefully. Is all I can say. I really hope they can. 10 times the crazy in a broken mental health system. Well, I can't disagree with that. You poor buggers are absolutely murdered down there with your health care. That's one thing I will say about being up here. Anyway, you know what? I want you guys to go check out Tire Roasters, okay? It's coming up close to 11, so I'm going to jump off now, give you guys time to go run to the bathroom, throw some water on your face, grab a drink, and settle in and watch Tire Roaster. I will be watching too. So we're going to call it a night. Take care of each other. Be careful. If you're down at the convoy, again, do not raise your hands. I say this every night. Peace and love. Peace and love. I don't want to sound like Ringo Starr, but be peaceful. Okay? Be peaceful. Let's not get arrested. Everybody try to stay out of jail. Go watch Tire Roaster, and we will see you down the road. Talk to you later.